स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूलाई होइन. सो what do you want to, how many of you wants to go होइन, are planning on going abroad होइन. यहाँ सकेपछि कलेजले बाहिर जाने कतिजना हुनुहुन्छ त भन्दाखेरि 40%, 50, हाफ जतिले, हाफभन्दा अलिक कमले चाहिँ हात उठाउँथ्यो. This time यो लाइक आई थिङ्क लास्ट 6-7 months ago मैले कलेजहरूमा त्यस्तै गर्दाखेरि 80-90% स्टुडेन्ट्स देयर प्लानिङ अन गोइङ अब्रड भनेर होइन. जुन भएको स्टुडेन्ट वर्कफोर्स छ तिनीहरूमध्ये पनि सबै जसै बाहिर जाने भन्ने प्लानमा प्लानिङ गरिराख्नुभएछ. सो आई थिङ्क अर्थक्वेक पछि आई क्यान सी अ लट अफ पिपल हु ह्याभ द्याट होप एन्ड केही त भइरहेछ होइन. आई थिङ्क आई वान्ट डु समथिङ हियर, नेपालमा केही गर्छु भन्ने चाहिँ आई स अ लट अफ द्याट ह्यापनिङ. लाइक द्याट नेसनलिस्ट पनि भइरहेको थियो जस्तो लाग्यो. अहिले त एभ्री युथ द्याट आई टक टु I see a lot of them talking about हुन्छ नि, I don't see anything happening in Nepal. नेपालमा के गर्ने, there's nothing, केही भइरहेकै छैन भन्ने चाहिँ हो. That हुन्छ नि psychologically नै they feel like there's nothing happening भन्ने. And I think that's a very scary thought that's there in the youth goes. And we really need to work hard to change that. And so यो startup fest गरिरहेको हामीले पनि, it's one of the reasons that we have to get youth to be excited about the future in Nepal. And so startups-हरुबाट पनि if you look at the countries around here, होइन, बङ्गलादेशमा हेर्नुहोस्, इन्डियामा हेर्नु होइन, everywhere around here, startups are the one that's getting the youths excited.
Yeah.
All the startups are being started by भर्खर college guys, even like college नसकिकन start गरिरहेछ, and they're going global. And then बङ्गलादेशबाट पठाओ is going all over the world, होइन, in Africa, in US, everywhere. And so नेपालबाट पनि किन त्यो गर्न नसक्नु. नेपाल पनि स्टार्टअप्सहरू यङ entrepreneursहरूले they can start something that can go that can take them everywhere all over the world भन्ने चाहिँ होइन. त्यो कन्सेप्टले चाहिँ हाउ यङहरूलाई चाहिँ स्टार्टअप्स यङ युथहरूलाई पनि स्टार्टअप्समा एक्साइटेड बनाऊ भन्ने आइडियाबाट नै we're trying to do this startup. Last year देखि we've been doing this startup festival celebrating startups, not just a conclave, not like a talk program or anything. It's celebrating how startups are doing, what they're doing, getting investments. There's enough money in the investors, PE, VC firms that they're willing to invest in startups. भन्ने पनि startups-हरुलाई थाहा होस्, young-हरुलाई थाहा होस्, and let them be excited that, okay, I can even be able to pitch for that 50 crores of investment next year. भन्ने चाहिँ होस्. That's the idea that we started the Startup Fest with.
Tell everybody how it was last year. Last year को कस्तो थियो एउटा recap गर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ, if you had to recap last year's fest, can you tell everybody how it was?
So last year we started with the same preface. We wanted to get young entrepreneurs involved. So हामीहरु चाहिँ it was a startup for us as well. We didn't know what to expect. कसरी यो गर्ने भन्ने पनि थाहा थिएन. हामीहरुलाई यो थाहा थियो कि we want to be able to get young entrepreneurs, college students are like excited about this is possible. So we had the same thing. We did robotic wars at that fest. So we planned to have robotic wars. We had music fest. Even the artists, we selected from TikTok. The popular young audience, popular up and coming. And to choose here, we had like music festival, and we had startups that were we got people to submit their ideas so that they can pitch for investment. And we got different PVC firms, and we got them to commit 50 crores of investment pool last year to invest in startups. And it was so amazing that we were scared that how ke huncha भन्ने नै हामीलाई थाहा थिएन. And on the day, we got more than 5,000 participants, mostly young students, young entrepreneurs. And we got amazing pool of startups. We had a gaming company who just started a software game online, who was already making more than $18,000 or $20,000 in income, in revenue, foreign currency in Nepal with his games. So he was looking for investment to scale it up. And the kid was, the guy was only like 17 years old. So we had such an amazing pool of people who was doing amazing things that nobody knew about. And then we're making that happen. We were making a pretty significant amount of foreign currency through these young entrepreneurs. And this story kasale bhaniraकै थिएन. So I think it was really nice that we could tell that story. We had our chief guest was finance minister at that time. And we were able to showcase that these young entrepreneurs are the ones who's bringing in newer ideas, newer startups. And so we need to invest in getting these startups more, getting more entrepreneurs into starting startups.
So what's the plan this year?
So this year it's the same thing. We're trying to do the same, get more young entrepreneurs to come up with ideas, come up with their startups to pitch for the event. We have even bigger pool of investors. We have more young artists. We have we're working with robotics, so we have different kinds of events happening at the same day. One extra thing that we're doing is we're also working on ideation stage startups ko लागि pani. So last year it was more a little bit of established भइसकेको startupsहरुलाई चाहिँ हामीहरुले pitch गर्नलाई भनिरहेको थियो. So यसपालि चाहिँ we've put in an award for ideation stage ma pani, just with an idea they can pitch so that they can get some funding to start that idea, to start a business with that idea. So we're trying to get young entrepreneurs to get started. Kunai hurdles नभइकन let गरिहालौं भन्ने चाहिँ गर्न खोजिरहेको छु. अनि जस्तो सुद्धगिजीले भन्नुभयो, whenever you want to start something, there is such a big legal hassle, हैन, यो एउटा के register गर्नलाई नै कति हुन्छ, कति गाह्रो हुन्छ भनेर. So we want to be able to get young entrepreneurs to help them establish their companies as well. So we're hoping that your ideation stage बाट जसले पनि जति पनि ideas आउँछ, at least next startup fest मा चाहिँ they should be able, one of them should be able to pitch for the main event.
Yeah.
I say hope गरिरहेछ.
No, that's fantastic. A good suggestion would be keep a big solid booth so that the kids can straight up come. दर्ता गर्न हो हैन, एउटा बुथ त्यसको अर्को बुथ छेउमा 12,000 त्यो गजबै हुन्छ होला. And then you make sure that you have your own place to go ahead and give them mentorship, हैन, and then you can tell them that hey यो समस्या हुन्छ है. Thank you very much for watching us on YouTube. Make sure that you also listen to us on Spotify.